Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Black Lockhart, Josh, how are you guys? I hope your week is going great. I'm still not sure about what to do with the stream start time. I'm considering it. I'm considering maybe pushing it even farther down the day for me. I'm cooking my lunch. Nice. I'm starting to think that maybe moving it from 6 to 8 would be the best. So that could be one hour later than the start time from Monday. I don't know how that fits you, Black Lockhart. If the stream started 1 hour later than it started on Monday, how does that work for you? Because for some people the stream is ending past midnight, and I know for Europeans that could be a little bit of an inconvenient starting time, and for South Americans should be after lunchtime, so it should work. It should be around 2 PM for South America, if I recall correctly. Hello, 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 Donny, how you doing? I'm Brazilian, it's always morning or afternoon. Right now it's 12:26. Okay, so if I were to move it to 6 PM for me, that would be 2 PM for you. Would that work for you? How are you doing, Donny? I'm discussing the stream starting time because there are many different time zones that I'm trying to account for, but I'm having a hard time finding the sweet spot. Are you European, American, Southeast Asian? What region are you at, Deoni? Or even better, what time is it right now for you, my man? Well, I can't join America. I can join for weekdays. Yeah, but in the weekends, would that work for you, Black Lockhart? Because on weekdays, even if I go back to the old schedule, it wouldn't work for you. So if I were to move the stream to noon, so 12 PM for you, Deoni, just noon, would that work for you? Because the people in SEA are having the stream end past midnight, so I'm trying to find that middle ground. Nice. If that works for you, that's cool. Now I just need to know how does that look for the Europeans, and that will pretty much settle it. But yeah, guys, how are you doing? Today we're going to be discussing the new raid in Blue Archive and trying Duet Night Abyss. I will probably be playing Duet Night. Yeah, I'm European, but I don't know if, for example, for me at 6 PM, I'm pretty much done with the day. I mean, usually after the streams that during winter, I end at 6 PM and I go do some stuff. But if I move that stuff forward in the day, I can stream from 6 to 8. But it depends on what other people thinks about it. I'm trying to find just that sweet spot. But yeah, Have any of you played Duet Night Abyss, by the way, guys? Because so far my opinions on it are... my first impressions are not great, to be completely fair, but we're gonna be playing it, talking about it. I guess whatever works better for you will manage. I appreciate it. I have to go, my favorite YouTuber just uploaded a video, sorry. It's fine, it's fine. What Yesod? When I get my new phone, I will. I say... Yesod is the... Hello, Porwa, how are you doing? I'm not leaving yet. I promise I'll be back. Don't worry, man, don't worry. We will be here for 2 hours. In the meanwhile, let's turn off the music and let's get into the game, shall we? If I press that... Why is it not working? There we go. Okay, so... This game is pretty has a lot of authority over the computer. I hate Yesod already? Freak? Damn. Fight to Sherlock, thank you! See you in a bit, man. I mean... I can see why you don't like Yesod. Ah, crap. But at the same time... I mean, Yesod is just extremely punishing. It's close to midnight here, so I'm afraid I can join only for the first 30 minutes, then I'm going to bed. Porwa, perfect. I was just talking about that. I'm thinking about moving the stream to what would be 10 PM for you, so 1 hour and a half later than it is today. How does that sound to you? If I start streaming 1 hour and a half later for me, that would be 1 hour and a half earlier for you. But I can't miss you playing DNA since I'm the one that asked for it. True! That's very true. So, let me see. Where am I supposed to go again? That would work for me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you and Porwa would be the biggest beneficiaries from that. I don't know about the rest, but honestly, I think that for the people that now the stream is early, it should be pretty much fine. The only person that could actually be negatively impacted by that move would be Mikan, because that would mean that for Mikan will be 11 PM, if I recall correctly. Or maybe, man, it depends on the skill of the schedule, and if SEA, Japanese time, some people who are watching. Yeah, exactly, that's why I'm collecting intel now. Because, for example, I know that for you and Josh, the current time does not work well, to say the least. But I'm pretty sure that for some it does work really well. So I'm just trying to find that happy middle. Can you guys hear me fine, true? Because this game, it's a little bit pervasive with how much authority it takes, or priority it takes. Since I can't join every stream, mostly on weekends, it's too much for you to change the stream schedule just for me. Not that I have orders tomorrow, yeah, I'm a bit tired today. Sounds fine? Okay. So this is one of the things I don't like about this game, is that it has aim lock. When it doesn't really allow me to have a skill, because I just need to right click something and it will stick to it. You don't need to aim. I hate that. Like, why do you have an aiming system if it's not necessary? At that point, just make it proximity based. I said SEA neighbors, exactly. But yeah, I'll... Lulu Lunolot loot. So I just need to hit her to steal her loot. Okay, it's a loot goblin basically. Okay. So what I think I will do, just like Monday I tried a different hour and today I tried a different hour. I don't know if I will stream Friday. I want to stream this. Oh, wait. No, I'm pretty sure that it's almost impossible that I do. But if I do, I will test moving the stream forward to what would be 6 PM for me. That way I can see how it goes. Because if I start asking people that joins one by one, I think it will just not... I will not get proper intel, because maybe someone is fine with it today, but not on another day. So I will just try it. What game is this again? Duet Night Abyss. So let's just do everything at your pace, no need to push too hard. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I'm trying to see how much can I push myself and the channel. I want to give it like a good shot. And I feel like to do that, I need to be willing to try stuff. Can't please everyone, man, you're not Rio. That's true. You should stick to one schedule and change the date of week, otherwise people will get confused. That's also true. Okay, let's do this. If Friday schedule, I will try this new schedule I was just talking about. If that is good, I will stick to that one. If that's not good, I will stick to the Monday one. Because the Monday one seems to be like right in the middle. For me, consistency is the most important thing on a streamer. That's true, that's true. Like, people likes to know when something's gonna happen and have certainty about it. So, if I stream on Friday, that will be the last schedule test, and then I will just pick one and stick to that. I will probably stick to that of Monday, because that seemed to work to a decent degree. Alright, man, your call. We'll try to manage. Thank you very much, guys. Know that you guys are here to support me and have patience with my crazy experiments and attempts to be diligent. It's always very comforting. It gives me some security, like it just feels good. Deceiver. Deceivers belong to soldiers, blah blah blah. Okay. But enough scheduling talk. Let's talk about this game, because I know some of you are interested or are currently playing this game. And why do you mind? I'm here to spend it responsibly. Thank you, man. Thank you. But okay. So what I was saying is, fair warning, I'm not liking this game very much. And I will tell you why as we play through it. But one of the reasons I'm not liking it, it has already shown. is auto-aim. Why do we need an auto-aim? Aiming is not hard. Yesod, this through... Aiming is not hard. If anyone needs auto-aim, I mean, it could be a toggle, but having it forced, it feels so stupid. Like, I could aim this. Like, the guns don't have any recoil, don't have any spread. Guns are virtually a beam. Why do we need auto-aim? Exactly, Aru, I hate this already. I still need improvement, the game. Yeah, I mean, this game needs a lot of improvement. If the other thing that this game has that I'm not liking very much is that the game was originally a gacha, and they converted the game to a non-gacha game. And that's very cool. The issue is that the game has too many gacha-like elements to it. How you collect resources, regional stuff. The exploration is very open world gacha-esque. It is just an underwhelming game that probably knew as a gacha was not amazing and moved away from gacha, but kept all the gacha gameplay systems in place in hopes that people would not dislike them. But to be honest, it feels very lazy. Yeah, me too. I feel like DNA is underwhelming to me, both on combat and optimization. Yeah, optimization is also a little bit of an issue. Also, there is like so many graphical glitches. The combat, it doesn't feel meaty, it doesn't have any weight. And the fact that you don't need any skill to play the game, it feels stupid. Because it's a mix between looter shooter and gacha open world and RPG, but it is just weird. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. First few means, I realized there is few if none hit lag, hit stop for melee and recoil for shooting. Yes. I read a glimpse of the review rate and ratings, and oh no, it doesn't look bright. Yeah, because the game is boring. Right now, the game as it is boring. You cannot even die on the first boss. You take zero, absolutely zero damage. I feel it's not rewarding whenever I take down enemies. I feel like I didn't really fight. Exactly. Okay, so now that you mentioned Warframe, Josh, I was about to go into there. This game is bad Warframe with an anime coating on it. It is just bad Warframe, but with anime characters. The story is also, I don't know, in my opinion, people may disagree, but I feel like the story is so shallow and boring. It is just so samey. And look at these characters. Look at these characters. They are so uninspired. This is literally Tartaglia from Genshin Impact. I collect waifus. This girl also reminds me of a character. I can't remember her name now, but she also reminds me of... Yeah, it looks exactly like Tartaglia. Even the hair thingy... I can run DNA on half FPS of WoWA with the same settings, so I feel like the game is still under development. Yes, the game feels very not finished. And I'm gonna show you other characters. I remember now the name of the freaking WoWA characters. I'm gonna show you the characters. Well, this is blatantly a copy of Shorekeeper. This is a copy of Shorekeeper, just more kinky. This is Phoebe. This is freaking Phoebe. Like, come on. This is just freaking Phoebe. More like child and Dainsleif mix. I'm back. The video was only 10 minutes. Nice. Welcome back. So this game feels... Yeah, exactly. This game feels very uninspired. Where is the other one? This girl feels like a mix of an Arknight characters with Ganyu voice. We are talking about DNA. I'm showing some stuff of the game. I'm giving my first impressions. I'm being honest, I don't like the game so far. It feels very generic. It feels like it has so many just straight out stolen characters from other games. This is from Arknights. This is from Arknights. It's 100% taken from Arknights. This one... Yes, Wuwa had many freaking performance issues. This character is also... It also resembles a... Hello, Mikan! Welcome! Oh, Mikan! You remember now! Thank you, Mikan! How you doing? This is very similar to CCC character. This one, it's just so generic. This one is literally a character from Fire Emblem. Yeah. Cute and funny, true. But yeah, guys, it is... So... Okay, we leave aside the very uninspired characters. Let's talk about exploration. This is Wuwa. This is just Wuthering Waves. Environments also resemble a lot. Happy early Halloween. Thank you. Talking about Halloween. Oh, true. Friday is freaking Halloween. Then I have to stream on Friday. I will have to make the time to do so. It doesn't say it's Wuwa. It was... It doesn't say it's Wuwa. It was Genshin first. In Sumeru. Yeah, more like Genshin... Sumeru. Yeah, that's very true. But you have, guys, you have to admit that Wuwa makes a lot more use of that kind of system. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, my man. Don't worry. I'm not going to show you more characters that up close. But true, back in Sumeru, they were everywhere. Yeah, but it is just funny that Genshin always does the same thing. They implement a system in a region and they just forget about it later. I was here for Yesod animations. Don't worry, we're gonna be talking about Yesod shortly. I'm just talking about this game for a bit because there is not much to talk about. Anyway, so it's gonna be quick. Oh, I hated Sumeru, you know. Sumeru actually made me quit the game. I just hated Sumeru. But it was just dialogue diarrhea. It was too much. The quest felt infinite. It just didn't feel right. And by the way, you can fly. If you have enough bullets, you can just cheat fly. And look, like, what's the point? I don't even have to aim. That's so ridiculous. I mean, it's area specific, so I think I like that one in Genshin. Absolute Yesod, yes. Current patch, Not Cry seems repeating same success of Sumeru. Damn. I like Sumeru jungles, but the desert area though, that made me quit. Yeah, it was just... It was just too much dialogue. It was exhausting to go through those quests. Okay. So back into combat. Now, I like Desert Mort after I understood the way around. Nordkai is great, Fontaine was great, Natlan was meh. Oh man, I don't know. I tried 10 minutes or like an hour of Fontaine and I was bored. 1 second. Okay, there is an ambulance, but I don't know if they are coming or not. It's just really weird. Okay, talking about combat. Combat is meaningless. This game doesn't do the power fantasy well, and that's a problem that most gacha games have. Oh, by the way, you cannot go into water in this game. You just die. Look, you cannot swim. There is no swimming. Water is unaccessible. That is so stupid. You cannot swim. You cannot go into contact with deep water. You're dead. So that is ridiculous, making your exploration even more limited. Combat, it's flashy, but it doesn't make any sense. Enemies are super weak. You get super strong super early, so there is no power fantasy because you never feel like you're getting stronger because everything is super weak. It doesn't feel rewarding. Dodging doesn't feel like it works, and even if it worked, you don't need it because enemies literally cannot do anything. Enemies are just punching bags, and that includes bosses. DF, GTA Vice City. I'm glad I skipped Natlan. Don't wanna Doom, it's just not for me. The story of Sumeru, if you get through it, it rewards you with so many Lord Bombs going forward. You know what, man? That may be true, but at a certain point, they need to stop with the gibberish. DNA shooting part feels much better than melee combat, but man, shooting is not fun. You don't have to aim, you don't have to do anything. You just right click and the character does everything. There is no point on having a shooting system if there is no value to it. And these minigames are ridiculous. My issue with Genshin writing is that there is just too much gibberish. A character tells you something, then Paimon repeats the same. That's auto-aim. This game doesn't allow you to aim. This game wants to hold your hand at every point in everything you do. Puzzles are stupid and a waste of time. I activated something. Oh, I activated a minigame. Let's do the minigame. I'm supposed to be running to find this. I was distracted for 10 seconds of this minigame. Will it matter? Will it matter? Oh look, I wasted 10 seconds. I wasted 10 seconds, and you can switch off the auto aim if you want. It's mostly for console players. But why have it enabled by default? Why have it enabled by default? Just have it disabled on PC, and if someone wants to enable, allow them to do that. And worse, no skip button. True. Oh, another thing I don't like about DNA, I play on controller and the game does not allow me to remap the buttons, but only choose from 4 presets. That's... oh man. Okay, so combat sucks. Exploration sucks. You cannot go into the water. You cannot walk. You cannot climb walls. So every time you have like a very tall wall, you have to jump, spam jump, and it doesn't even work properly. And this Warframe style dashing, it doesn't actually matter because it's just faster to run. It is just faster to run. There is too many collectibles. It is just gacha collectibles. There is chest everywhere. It is just... I don't know, man. I just don't like the game. I feel like it is too shallow. HUD is literally a Genshin copy. Yeah. I mean, to be completely fair, every gacha game under the sun, it's doing the same. Every gacha game under the sun is doing the exact same UI style. Yes, this is the game they removed the gacha from, but that's the only thing they did, because the rest of the game, it operates like any other gacha game. It is just a gacha game without character gacha, skin gacha. To be frank, I like the dual storyline. I've not seen it in any other gacha, but man, the dual storyline, it is just, oh, you are one of the twins, you have amnesia, you have to find this girl that you got separated from at the beginning, and you see both sides of the story, but it's... it is just very shallow. Need way more time to cook and find its own identity. I heard they removed the stamina system for grind. Yeah, there is no stamina, but there is still cooldowns, and there is still like materials and regional stuff. It is just another chore simulator gacha game that you don't roll for characters, you roll for skins, but you can still pay to win. For example, for €1 I could get gold tier weapons. It is just... I don't know, man. DNA feels incomplete from what... Yeah, to be honest, I feel like the game had a plan. They abandoned that plan, and then because of time constraints, budgeting, I don't know, they launched the game in a very incomplete state. But in the end, it would just have been better if they didn't launch the game and said, guys, you know what, we need more time to cook, we will be back in a year maybe. I don't know. It feels like it was very rushed. I'm terribly sorry that I suggest DNA to you, Sherlock. I know you won't blame me, but still I have to say it. No, don't worry, Porwa. It was not only you. I had more people tell me to try this game. Black Lockhart, for example, wanted me to try this game. He was super hyped for it. I don't know how Black Lockhart feel about the game after hearing my opinions. But honestly, if you want to play a game that gives you power fantasy, play Path of Exile. If you want cute characters, just play Blue Archive. If you want an interesting story, play a single player game. If you want all three at the same time, play Nier Automata. Also, if you want a good multi point of view storyline, Nier Automata, man, that will deliver. It's the best. It is just a piece of art, the story of that game. And you get to play with 2B, which is an amazing character, aesthetically and writing wise. It is just amazing. If you want to play a good game, go play Nier Automata. You mean BD2? I mean, that if you want to grow a third leg, man. If you want to play a gacha game, to grow a third leg, yeah, I can get that, but when you play it, it's over. This game has co-op, and it's a decent gacha, to be honest. I mean, look, I don't hate the game, okay? Even though I'm speaking negatively about it, I don't hate the game. I feel like the game has some very novel ideas, but the way in which it launched is not the way it should have launched. It is just, right now, the game is harming itself by being launched in this state. People is not liking it. Everyone is saying it's boring, everyone is saying it feels uncooked, everyone is saying the combat is worthless. People is not happy about this game at all. So I can understand that a lot of people is also liking the game as it is right now, but I think it's healthy to be able to criticize the game so the game can improve in the future. Because right now it may be a decent gacha game, but it's not a good game. You see what I mean? I want the game to be a good game, not just a decent gacha game. Because in today's market, being a decent gacha game will not keep your game running. Because there is too much competition. There is just too much competition. So you cannot just launch a game and hope to be decent and that will keep you afloat. It's just not going to work. And you see how characters are glitching. Those wolves jumped, it looked like a PNG was dragged up there. What other mobile games are worth playing? I mean, Blue Archive is a good game. I may be a little bit burnt out on gacha in general, but I still think Blue Archive is a really good game. Nier, Blue Archive, Nike, Bioshock series, plenty of 2000 plus games have really good storytelling despite not being the best visuals as 2020 plus games. Players have limited time on here, invest them playing in yeah, exactly. It was fortunate that BA was released before all this mess started, though it got air after 2023. BA, obviously, Limbus Company, Bloons TD, what, yeah. But, yeah, overall, guys, my first impressions, I'm just gonna skip, guys. For those that are following the story, I don't want to spoil, and I honestly stopped caring. Apologies. Okay. But, for example, I have to say, after playing more of Chaos Zero Nightmare, I feel like it's a good game. It's actually fun. I like the card battle system. I like that there is challenge even early in the game. I just wish the gacha was a little bit better, but to be fair, the game is fun. Do I see myself playing it long term? I don't know, probably not. Because there is only so much fun you can have with a game like that. But, you know, at least the game feels fun to play for now. What about CCC? That game makes me snore. It's so freaking boring. I know it has been pretty much remade from what I played when it launched, but to be frank with you, I don't want to have anything to do with Hoyo games. Hoyo games are just dialogue diarrhea. It is so much unnecessary dialogue. And I don't know. It's. I just don't like Hoyo games. I try to stay away from Hoyo games, but Evelyn in CCC is so hot. CCC has a skip button for most of it. I've been told that, but I don't know. I just didn't enjoy CCC. The combat in that game was horrible too. It was so freaking easy. And I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing in this game, and this is supposed to be a challenge, but I don't see the challenge. I could probably stop attacking and I will still be fine. I'm playing with only the mouse because I'm muting my phone because I forgot to mute it, and it's fine still. I don't know, man. When I played it back then, it was just a click simulator. CCC felt so boring. It was just a click simulator. They made it better too with new mechanics. I don't know. I may give it a shot if you guys are interested in me retrying CCC. I'm willing to give it a shot. I would even create a new account just so I can give it a fair shot. But I'm not very enthused by the idea. You would need to sell me very well on it. In the quad for HSR, Honkai Impact 3rd, Genshin CCC, only CCC is in better light. HSR was fun until it wasn't. It just became boring over time. Me and you, Sherlock, are Hoyo haters, so don't waste energy convincing him. Even if they convince me, I would not stick to it for the long time. I would just try it on stream, give my honest opinion, but I will never play a Hoyo game for further than a stream. We should spend energy to tempt him doing OnlyFans with the U. I think you mean with the U there. I think you misspelled that. HSR peaked at Penacony. After that, it was just a slump. It was good until it wasn't such a great line. But it's true, man. It's true. It's a line that every time it can sound dumb, but it's just true. It is just true. And yeah, I agree. After Penacony, that game just went down the garbo. Acheron was Amorphous was Meltdown. What? I don't know, man. After that Acheron cutscene, when you defeat the gambling dude, the game peaked. After that, the game went down the garbo. So we are both Uncle Squad and Hoyo hater at the same time. I'm not exactly a Hoyo hater. I just dislike the games they make. I feel they are extremely predatory. And I feel they are very adverse to listening to feedback. I just don't like how they operate. I can see why people enjoy the games, but I just don't like their games. I find them boring. But I do play Genshin every weekend with my brother. I mean, that's understandable. You're playing together. But even the people I used to play with in Genshin doesn't play anymore. Everyone that I know, it's done with the game. Yeah, also keep in mind that all the games are the same. You have to do your artifact grind, you have to do your weekly bosses, your daily bosses, collect the resources, blah blah blah. It's just the same game over and over and over again. Amphorius was a meltdown, that's what I meant. Oh, I see. Okay. But I think I'm done with this game. So, in summary, DNA, it's right now boring, combat doesn't feel rewarding, characters are just uninspired, they feel taken away from other games. The game just doesn't do it for me. I can see why some people enjoy it, but honestly, I just cannot like this game. It just doesn't offer anything to me. It doesn't offer a challenge, it doesn't offer fun, it doesn't offer like interesting characters, the story doesn't interest me. I'm glad for the people that likes the game, but this game is not for me. It's good that you have someone to play with. In my other Discord channel, I think only one person left in Honkai Impact 3rd, 2 in Genshin and none on CCC, 1 in HSR. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you have people to play with, okay, that can be fun. But honestly, that's the extent of it. Most of the member now is in Nikke. That's fair. Okay. Let me close this game because I'm done. And let's look at Hibiki for 45 minutes now. Okay, guys. Let's talk about Yesod. Okay. I do feel bad for the devs sometimes. Works for months on a project, but it fails when it reaches the market. Oh, by the way, Mikan, since you are here, if I were to move the stream, the start of the stream, so some games failing within days, yeah. Mikan, what time is for you right now? What time is for you right now? Freak the big ass robot. Well, you see, Josh, this boss, it's very hard. It's 9:40 p.m. 9:40 p.m. That's a weird time zone. So if I were to move the start of the stream by 45 minutes from now, that would be about 10:25 for you, and the stream would end past midnight. Man, that wouldn't work for you. But if I were to start the stream what would be 15 minutes ago, that would be 9:30, and it would end for you at 11:30. That's why one must cook good food gets you customers. Same with game development. Now I'll manage. But, okay. I think the Monday schedule is probably the best. It's just in that middle spot. It is just in that middle spot. Maybe I can join, sleep it off midways or something. Yeah, that's true too. Because if I were to start 15 minutes ago, that would be 10 PM for you, Josh? And then at midnight. I had to fight for my dinner today? Damn. I'm getting isekai'd in the middle of watching. That's fair. That's fair. If I can join, I join. If I can't, I just watch later so I can keep up next stream. Nice. I think the weekends should probably work for everyone. 10 PM is okay. For Porwa would be like 11 PM. if I started 15 minutes ago. Is that right, Porwa? You're 1 hour ahead compared to Josh, if I recall correctly. No? You're on the same time zone? It was a month end special, so the dorm mates went crazy. Damn. Oh, okay, so it should work pretty fine for everyone. 10 PM is a decent time. Midnight is still late, but it's manageable, depending on how early you have to wake up. Okay, let's talk about Yesod. So, this is a pretty hard fight at every level. I will sleep during the stream, that's fair. But Yesod, what I was saying is, it's a pretty hard fight because it has too many, and when I say too many, I really mean it, too many one-shot mechanics. This is probably the most punishing raid in the game right now. I don't really like to wake up in the morning, more like unable to, lol. I understand what you mean, but sadly I cannot wake up after 7 AM. If I wake up after 7 AM, it's because I'm sick. Too many them gimmicks just to punishing. More than gimmicks is the mechanics are very strict, and if you fail one, you are dead. There is no second chance. This raid doesn't give you a second chance. And you have to keep up with everything very strictly, and you are not only gated by your ability to do things correctly, but also by time, because if you take too long to do something, you're dead. If you do something slightly wrong, you're dead. I wake up at early 6 AM. Damn. No, me and Alvin share same time zone, only China and JP are 1 hour ahead of us. Oh, you have school, college, understandable, Megan. Yeah, when I was going to uni, I would wake up every day at 6 AM, sometimes earlier. There was a period where I would... No, let's not go back there. It's fine. Wait, JP is 2 hours ahead of us? For what? Oh, that's true. Well, it's fine. So, let's start the raid. And this is not going to go perfectly because I have to go to college. Yes, my SG is 1 hour ahead of us. Oh. Okay, let's get into the raid and see some of it. That freaking beam, it already does so much damage. I cannot imagine how strong that freaking beam will be on Insane. Also keep in mind that... Don't skip animations? Okay. Also keep in mind that without healing, in Insane you are dead. Because on Extreme, I'm barely making it. So, in Insane, you will have to have a healer. Don't worry. No? Okay. Oh my bad. You are alright. Alvin San, GMT +7 and GMT +9, so 2 hours. Okay. So this is the first mechanic, pillars. You see the floor turn red, so we need to break the blue lights. I use Renge to fill the gaps. Now the floor is blue, we break red. After the first, you will have to do 2 of the same color, so it's 2 reds. Now it's 2 blues. If you do correctly, you will have 1 red light standing, and that will provide you the shield that will repel the hit. There is your time to buff. Here you wanna summon, you don't want to use Renge, you don't want to use here to attack, you want to summon. And now the boss is going to activate the floor again, So, for the sake of being able to do this properly, so it's blue. So we break red, and now we're going to break blue, blue, and then red, red. Blue, blue, red, red. So we get the shield, and we start hitting. Because Mika had her ultimate expire, but we moved the rotation, we can go. Ideally, you want to end the raid here, the phase 1 here, but I played the first damage window a little bit slow, so we are probably not going to end it here. And that's very bad, because now we are probably going to die. The beam is probably going to kill us. Oh, we're dead. We're so dead. I need to hit that. Otherwise, we're so dead. Yeah, we're dead. Oh! What happened? I have never seen this before. That's interesting. Crap, learning this mechanic. Midnight is not good for me, Kek. Is this extreme difficulty? Yes, because extreme difficulty is the highest available. Groggy? Yeah, I always kill it before the Groggy triggers, so it's the first time. It's the first time I see it. Wait, what was halving the Mika cost? After you repel the hand with your shield, the Mika goes, the cost gets halved. So let's go again. Red light, we wanna break blue. So we use Renge here, then we go red red, because after the first one is 2 times, then blue blue. 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 Here we summon. Mika cost will get halved, so we buff. Ah man, a little too slow there. We summon again, we want to go buffing. Here we can do something risky and just go all out with Mika. It may put us in a little bit of a bad position for the second late game, but it will get us ahead and prevent us from going to a third one. So if you wanna risk it, you can do that. I'm gonna shuffle Mika, because that will get me ahead. And now I can risk doing this. Okay, so here is one thing that you can do. Chicken break 2, so 1, 2. But we dead, because it was too slow. You see how tight the timings are in this raid? If you're too slow... What is the charging animation? That looks awesome. Yes. So that thing you see you see here, it's the charging for us to get the shield. If you do the late game well, you will get your shield. So we go again. So starts red. So we break blue. Then we go blue. Blue. And now it's red. So we go blue. Blue. We can buff Mika here. Hit there. And we go. But again, just be careful to not mess up the rotation here, because it can cost you the raid. A wet dream for Sweaty Sensei. I mean, to be fair, it's a very freaking interesting raid. So it's blue, we break red, and this should give us enough time to get back to Mika. Here we break blue. We use that because it's cheap. We break blue here. I didn't recycle Mika there, but that's for a reason. Because I just need to break that, and we're saved. So now we Giga buff Mika, and we go all in, and we should end the phase here. Not mistiming? Yeah. Now here we summon, we wait for the drones to arrive, because she actually buffed the drones, look. They get proficiency too. Here we use Renga. Ah, crap, that was bad. But it's fine. Here we save to 4. We want to break this, and we save here to 4. We stun, and then we go all out. Even without Kisaki buff, this should be enough. Yes. Now, Renga instantly. We do that. We buff Mika. We save to 4. We stun. Break. That will break, and now we can go all out. This is one thing I don't like about this raid. This timing is very bad. Like, I hate how this timing works. Mika should be able to do this. Because one striker died, we don't have the ability to borrow cost anymore, but that's fine. How was the St? Is it banger like Greg or Gebura? You can hear the game, guys? For me, it's a little bit too on the techno side, so it's not the best for me, but it's not bad. On this second phase, how do we know which pillars to hit? Left side, you can only stun. They are immortal, you can stun to prevent them from filling up and giving the boss the ability to one-shot you. Right side, you can hit with normal attacks and EX skills. 1 second. Okay, so right side you can break. Left side you have to stun. Remember to wait a second after you break them, because your characters will need to walk forward to be actually able to attack Yesod. Now, in insane difficulty, this team will not fly. So in insane difficulty, I'm pretty sure we are going to be better off using 2 teams. So, what I would recommend is make a specialized team for phase 1 and a specialized team for phase 2. In team 1, you will not want to have her, nor her. In team 1, you will want to have 2 teams with Smika. Yes, because without the healing you will die. You will die because there is too much cheap damage. Even now, in extreme difficulty, my survivability was on the line. It was borderline enough. I have seen it, but I don't like these comps. Let's talk about these comps. Okay. Why I don't like this comp? Because realistically, this comp will... No, oh yeah, Kokona could be good, but honestly, better than Kokona, I think Atsuko will be better because she does AoE healing and you will need to keep everyone up. But why don't I like these comps? One is I feel like in high difficulty tiers this may not work because you saw how much cheap damage we take. All my characters have special armor, so they are resistant to the stage damage. She has heavy armor, she will die. What are the two teams for insane clear on Gebura Sherlock? I can show you. What about Idolmary? She has heavy armor. She will probably struggle there. Kokona has a special armor if I recall correctly, so she will be fine. Let's see. Oh, well, it's fine. So, let's see some characters. For example, she can be a good asset for any of the teams. Oh, don't mention it, Mika. I personally like Satsuki, glad she was helping you. Extreme, don't have attack, color attack, yes. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Imagining insane, if right now surviving extreme is hard without type damage, imagine how hard will it be when the enemy does type damage. Exactly. She can be a valid buffing option. When it comes to healing options, let's do this. So, oh, by the way, this will matter. I got 100 rents on Toki last JFD, nice. She will matter because when you apply the focus fire status to Yesod in phase 2, the drones will deal additional damage, okay? So team 2 will care to have either her or Noah. When it comes to healing, Atsuko is a great option. Does a lot of healing, has the right armor type. She's neutral, so she will not have any survivability hindering. Insert smell money meme, true. Trackmary is also good here because our students are usually packed together, so healing the team will be relatively easy. The only issue with Trackmary is that she doesn't heal herself, so she may struggle a little bit. Do I have Kokona on this account? Yes, Kokona can be good, but you will need to be very quick on your rotations to have her provide enough healing. And you will not always be able to heal your DPS, you will have to be rotating your heals around. Yuka can be a good tank, she provides shields and the shields can protect you from the stage damage, so that can be very valuable. She can be a decent CC option, we don't know how much CC we will need for phase 2. But she can be a decent one. I would not use Moe on phase 1, but on phase 2 she can work if you need an alternative DPS. Noah, as I said, for the defense reduction and the focus fire status, pretty good pick. And who else? Sakurako also, her cost is a little bit on the high side, being 4. So she is your last resort if you need focus fire, but still she's not horrible. She's just a little bit more expensive. And she has bad terrain, so her survivability may lack. When it comes to specials, Ichika Swimsuit is actually a fairly good alternative. She applies a good variety of debuffs, applies focus fire, so she's good, but using her means that you are sacrificing a special slot that you could be using for a buff. So if you don't have any other choices, she can be a valid option, especially because her cost is very low. But keep in mind that buffs can be more valuable, so we try to put the utility on the front line because we have more slots, and we try to keep the buffs, the power, the buffs on the special slots. talking about power, obviously Rio, excellent. I leave the stream right now. I am a dose off. See ya. See you, Josh. See you, Borwa. I know it's very late for you guys. Have a good rest. Rio is a great option for Team 2, especially if you're going to be renting a Mika. If you're going to be renting a swimsuit Mika, Rio pairs very well with her. It's not as good as a swimsuit Nagisa, but hello Ochoa, how you doing? How you doing? But she's pretty good still. Kisaki, Himari, obviously great choices. They provide very strong buffs, so depending on what utility you put in here, you will put the other one. Kamhare will probably have a little bit of some issues here because of her armor type. Actually, you cannot use Kamhare. In Insane and above, you just cannot use Kamhare. So you will be most likely using Swimsuit Seiya, and that means you are more likely to be using Himari over Kisaki, because that way you can mix buffs. Ako is obviously a good choice for critical buff. If you want discounts, for example, if you're not using Swimsuit Mika, but you're using someone with a heavy cost, you can always use her. For example, if you're using Moe, Nagusa, Chiaki, having a discount support is always good. For healing, if you want to use healing specials, Chi is a decent option, but honestly, I would try to stick to AoE healing. So if you have, where is she? If you have Onsen Nodoka, she's a very good choice. Her cost is 4, but the healing she provides is pretty good. She's obviously good, but her cost is on the high side, so you will have to tweak your team 1 a little bit to keep your curve low, so you can actually afford to use this, but because of how tight are the timings, you are more likely to be using something that's cheap, especially because Swimsuit Mika will require a lot of your cost. I reached 50k Pyroxene today. Nice. She's also good, but she's single target again, so be careful with that. And that's pretty much it. You can use Shiroko to... I don't know if she will be able to pop a light, but you can try that. You can try using Shiroko for light pops. But yeah, that pretty much covers specials. When it comes to... Oh, Mikan, I will send you the two teams on Discord better. I will just send them... We'll just send you the screenshot for the two teams for Gebura in Discord. So if I were to make a team 1 for Insane, my team 1 would look something like... Let me see, something like this probably. That and that, something like that. Thanks, Sherlock, no problem. So I think this would be my team 1 for Insane. Deployment order will probably need some tweaking, but this would be my team 1. Just focus on speed, keep the pillars down, and try to put as much damage as I can into Mika so I can end phase 1 quick. This will mean that when I get to phase 2, I will probably die on the first hand, but that doesn't matter because Team 2 is the team that has to do the hands. And for that, I would be doing something like this. I'll just rent a Mika. Then I would use... Where is she? Where is she? Her. And her. And here. And for specials, phase 2 seems to be less damage intensive, so we may be able to get away without using a healer. I will have to test that, but if we can get away without a healer in phase 2, I would go with this. So this would be my phase 2 team. Probably deployed more along the lines of that. Yeah, I think that would be the deployment for that. I think this would be my two teams for Insane. Team 1 and Team 2. Healing, burst, gap filler, buffing and consistency. Team 2, CC and summoning, buffing, focus fire, buffing, nuking. I think that's what I would do. Thoughts? What are your thoughts, guys? Actually, let's try it in action. Let's see how my survivability... Let's see how it does. It's... Obviously, this is just extreme difficulty, but there is no harm on experimenting. Let's see how much my survivability improves by using a healer. Now, I would stick to more or less the same rotation I was doing at the beginning. So it was red light, so we break blue, then red red, then blue, blue, here we heal, and we go all out. Yeah, like, it is a lot better already, you can see it. We are very healthy. I need to swap these two positions, so you see that's one advantage of experimenting. Now I know I cannot have Atsuko where she is. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm dead. I broke the wrong light. I'm dead. Perfect. But that's good, that's good. Now we know the deployment has a flaw in it, so we can adjust it. So I think this should work. Let's see with the new deployment if everyone remains in range for Atsuko's healing. Okay, this should be fine. Atsuko is right in the middle, so everyone should be healthy and ready to fight. Okay, so it's red light. So we go blue, red, red. Blue, blue. We can actually buff Mika here. Do that, and we hit. I know I didn't use Himari buff, but I knew I would not have enough time if I did. We attack. I'm late. Hello, Sol. How you doing? Don't worry, you're not late. We just started the Yesod grind. We hit. We just go all out. Now I'm gonna exhaust Mika here to send them back. To send her back to the pack. This will allow me to rotate into Renga. I didn't pay attention to the light. I hope it was red because I'm gonna break a blue one. Okay, good. So now we go red, red. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. Oh man. Oh, who is this? This is Yesod. So you see, the issue it's this raid working late night as usual. Oh man. But I'm glad to hear that you're doing great. Just make sure you can get some good rest too. So if we are focusing on survival, we need to adjust the rotations to actually fit the late game, because at this rate we're going to be dying a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be less conservative with my damage. I mean more conservative with my damage, so I can rotate into Mika with less issues and have all my damage cycle be like a lot shorter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for him to start standing up, and now I'm going to trigger Mika, and now I'm going to dump 2 specials, 1 and 2. Now I can do this, break that, Mika will be ready, so she can break red, red. Now we can go blue, blue, we heal, and we're safe, you see? Just a little bit of an adjustment made a whole world of difference here. And now we can start going all out again. What? They died? Oh, how? That's VS though, I did it right. Why did my chill not trigger? He looks cool. It is a very cool boss. It is a very good boss. Did I break a wrong light? I think I broke a wrong light, because no one should have died there. We had the shield. Or maybe we didn't. That was very weird. So it's blue, red, red, blue, blue. They went all out for real. Yeah, very true. But that felt a little bit unfair, not gonna lie. I don't know what happened there, why did we die? But that didn't feel right to me. Maybe it was a little bit slow? But I don't think I was that slow. Freaking ambulances. Okay, so it's red, blue, blue, red, red. Okay, so we should be safe. If we're not safe, this is VS. We should be safe. Okay, yeah. This time it worked. So we activate healing again. This time we're not that worried about doing this fast, because we are focusing on survival. What is weird is that now we should trigger a stun phase, I think. Yeah. So now he will actually explode and go groggy. He's gonna try to eat us, but it's not gonna happen. When is the global anniversary, by the way? Soon. Oh, by the way, do you think that they will announce Summer Hakyako tomorrow, guys? Because I have not had the time to work on the video for that. Do you think that announcement will happen tomorrow? Or do we have a rerun in between? I'm really not ready for that. What's happening? Why I cannot target the boss? Oh, my borrow expired. Freaking Nagi. She expired. Okay, so we break blue. Red. So yeah, the survivability went up a lot just by adding a healer. So we know now that it's worth doing. Come on, come on, come on, Mika, shoot. Okay, we should be safe. Shoot is the keyword there. Oh man. Come on. And we shoot. Come on. And we shoot again. Yes! Okay, so that's P1. I'm out of touch, I forgot about all the updates. Yeah, man. I'm pretty much on the same boat. So now team 1, it's fine. We can retire here, just give up. Because team 1 achieved its goal. We just wanted team 1 to clear phase 1. Because we are imagining this is insane difficulty. So now we're going into team 2. We are going to be renting a Mika. We rent this one because why not? For the starting skills, we are going to be wanting 1, 2, 3. And we go. I need some water, guys. I'm sorry. Ah, that's good. Okay. Let's see. So, we are going to be saving cost here. We are going to be applying that to Mika. We break here and we stun, so that doesn't kill us. We buff Mika. And we get the reroll. What? Oh yeah, it's fine. We use Rio here. I think I can break it. Yeah. That works. Boom. Perfect. So now here we summon. We can actually... You know what? We can actually do that. Get another summon. Then we do this. And we have a lot more allies. Buffed and ready to break those. We can start buffing Mika now. We do that. Then that. We break that with Mika. We Rio Mika. We do this. And then... Come on, Mika. Mika shoots. And if this goes well, Mika should shoot and win. Uh-oh. We may die. No, we are not dead. Stun just in time. Perfect, we win. New characters? Yes. Okay, so that will need some tweaking, but phase 2 doesn't need a healer. It doesn't really need a healer. Phase 1 though, it's very heal heavy. Freaking Susumi is so cute. You see, it's like super happy, a little bit less happy, embarrassed happy, angry happy. It's like a state of happiness. Okay. So, in conclusion, 2 teams will probably be the way to go from Insane and above. We will need characters that can resist the damage, because without healing it ramps up very quickly, and even with healing it can get dangerous. You will probably want to have 2 Mikas, but I'm starting to think that maybe Mika... Maybe... I'm not sure if Mika is actually the best DPS for phase 2. Because without an Agi, Mika, it's very hard to properly use. Maybe Chiaki can be better? Maybe Chiaki is better for phase 2, you know? She hits really hard, and you can discount... And you can discount her EX, you can use Fuka. They made the Rabu playable, and she's free. She's free. Eri... I just don't think Eri's good. Maybe she's good, maybe she can be good here, maybe she's good in phase 2, but I rather use Chiaki if I have to be completely honest. If you want more attack speed, maybe you can use Fuyu. I mean Miyo. Fuyu can be good if you want to use defense down, but I'd rather use Noah. So I can have both defense down and freaking focus fire. But my Noah's not built. Can I build her up now? No. What am I missing? Money. Of course I'm missing money. Of course I'm freaking missing money. Can I get some money? In the game, guys, in the game. Okay, maybe I can build her. Maybe I can. Let's see. Where did Noah go again? Here. Oops. But even if I do that, will I have enough for the accessories? What am I missing now? More money and the books. Okay. We can get the books, but I'm still missing money. We can do that. Maybe there is some here that I have not gotten. Nope. What about here? Actually, I know I can craft books. I know I can craft them. Can I? Yeah, I can. Oh, great. This requires money. Something that I really have in abundance. Well, it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. Okay. By the way, Sol, what time is it for you right now? I'm trying to collect intel on the time for people to decide on the stream schedule. What time is it for you right now? This could help a lot. What does she like? I have one of those only though. I don't like going down to 0 with the gifts. Now that I think of it, I have not claimed the lobbies for her or for Susumi. Let's unlock her lobby. We can do that. I'll get her bond rank to 10 and then we get her lobby. Okay, let's get her lobby. I need the pyroxene anyways. 11 p.m. So if I were to start the stream at the same time I started on Monday, the stream would start for you at 10 p.m. So you are in the same time zone as Porwa and Josh. Ha. Does that work for you? 10 p.m. starting time? Because if I were to move it to what would be your 10 p.m, it would be like 11:30 p.m. for Mikan at that point. I'm trying to accommodate everyone, but obviously that's impossible. But I think 10 p.m. is like, for you, is like a good middle ground. For Europeans would be 5 p.m, so that's good too. And for Americans would be anywhere from 10 to... I mean, for South Americans would be like 2 p.m. And for North Americans would be like 10 or 11. Sorry for the late reply, my mobile data is crappy, I'm watching 1 minute late. Oh, don't worry, man. Don't worry at all. So for you now it's going to be midnight. Ha. It's... I think I will just stick to 5 p.m. for me, guys. It seems to be the happiest middle ground. 10 p.m. for Southeast Asia, around 11 a.m. for North America, around 2 p.m. for South America, and 5 p.m. for Europe. I think I will just stick to that. This Friday, if I stream, it's Halloween. So I was thinking, Bioshock is considered a horror game, and I have never had the time to play Bioshock. Maybe we could do Bioshock. Yeah, I'm good most days. I'm free at 10 p.m. But on busy days like today, I'm in the department working with the same stream in my pocket. Okay, that's good. Okay, so 10 p.m. should be the happy medium for everyone, I guess. So that decided then. I will start the streams at 5 p.m. my time. I will stick to that schedule. I think it works the best. So it will be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for me. And that should be the times I said before. Hello Doji, how you doing? How you doing? Why the angry face? What time is it for you now, man? $2 p.m. So my starting time, starting Friday, if I stream Friday, should be 1 p.m. for you. Does that work for you? On weekends, probably it does, I think. It should work for most people. Perfect, nice. How are you doing, Doji? I hope you're having a great week, man. Have you tried Yesod? How are you enjoying Yesod? It's a very hard fight. In my opinion, it's probably the hardest fight right now. It has so many one-shots, and it requires so much precision. But I think it's good. Did you play DNA? Is it fun? I did play DNA. I found it very boring. Just very boring. The combat feels shallow. You have auto-aim enabled by default. The melee combat, it is not great. It doesn't have great feedback. It doesn't feel rewarding. The enemies do no damage, so you don't really need the dodge, and the dodge doesn't seem to work properly anyways. There is a lot of clipping. The movement is very clunky. It's like a bad Warframe imitation with an anime coat on it and very uninspired characters. There is characters that are straight rip-offs from Arknights, Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact. I don't know, man. I wanted that game to be good, but also they may have abandoned character gacha and weapon gacha, but all the other systems that make a gacha game are there, like looting chests, having to rank up your player level, having to go to collect stuff everywhere in the map, having regional materials. It just doesn't feel good, man. It feels very half-cooked. I think they should have taken more time and cooked the game more before actually releasing it. It feels very half-baked. And the optimization is not amazing either. It has some issues too. She also has a cute side. But yeah, my first impressions on DNA are not amazing. I played Chaos Zero Nightmare 2 Monday, and at the beginning that game didn't have me hooked too much, but playing it more on my free time, I'm starting to like that game a lot. I feel like the combat is interesting, I like the deck building aspect of it, I like the roguelite elements of it. I feel that the combat is actually challenging, and it rewards you for properly planning and making a strategy and trying to make a team that has a sense on it. So CCN, it's a game that has a lot of room to improve. I still think that the character art and the environment and enemy art are a little bit of a mismatch, but at the same time the game feels good to play, so I cannot complain much about it. The other thing I just can't believe that is happening is freaking Stella Sora. Man, people really need to wake up. It is so annoying to see people eating the garbage that Stella Sora team is doing. They have thrown a few extra pulls here and there, and people is saying, "Oh, where are the haters now?" Or the people that is complaining are just parasites. Like, my dude, they doubled the gacha prices, and the gem economy that it is still the one we had when the gacha was half the cost. Even now they gave away, if you reach certain character account levels, you get 1800 Stella Knight. That doesn't even cover a temple. And people are singing the praise and glories for the game that is literally giving you nothing. I just can't believe how people can be so blind and just think because, oh, we are getting some freebies, we're good now. The game has not improved. The game is still bad. The game has still issues. It's still repetitive. They still took you for a fool and raised the gacha price. I just can't believe people is being blind to it. And unwillingly so. 1 second, guys, we have a tech issue here. The emulator crashed. But, man, the Stella Sora situation, it's really exhausting me. I just can't. I just cannot. I just can't believe it. By the way, since the emulator crashed, I already showed Yesod. I already got disappointed by freaking DNA. I will show you guys the progress I have done in Pal World. Because this is a good game, actually. We can still talk about everything else. I will just play this so we have something in the background, but let me get into my Pal World. The gacha price is on 1k5 in yeah. In CBT1 was 1.5k, in CBT2 was already 3k. As far as I know, because I took part... No, wait, that's incorrect one. Because I took part of CBT2. I did play CBT2. I have footage of it. It was 1.5k. I played CBT2, so I know what I'm talking about. Anyone knows German here? I could use some help. Man. If you tell me what you need help with, I can ask a German friend. I have forgotten all the German I learned, but I can ask a friend. If they answer, I can help you, but they are very busy people, so I don't know if they will have time to answer right now. But you can tell me what you need, and I'll ask them, and then tell you in the Discord. YouTuber Sticks has a video of him in CBT2 and showed 3K. I don't know, man, because I played CBT2 and it was 1.5. I can show you right now. I have footage of it. And even if it was, and look, even if, okay, let's say I played CBT1 and in CBT2 was already 3K. Let's put ourselves in that scenario, okay? Even if that was true, the economy for the pools is still the same we had in CBT1. So it's still bad. And I'm pretty sure, because in CBT1 we were already complaining about the gacha rates and how they needed to improve the gacha rates if they wanted to keep the pool economy like that. Because with 1500 as a cost was already bad with the rates they had. They kept the same rates, the same economy, and they doubled the price. It doesn't make sense. CBT1, the biggest complaint was the gacha system. I just cannot believe they still went and made it worse. So now we have 3 bases. This base is still in development, but this is my mining base. It's producing a lot. It's not that big of a thing. I just needed some translations. The way you sounded, I think it's a bit too much for us to not in a rude way, but like my problem is so small. Oh, no, don't worry. I mean, the issue is that they are very busy people, and probably by this time they are done with work, but they are probably tired, and I don't know. What? Wait, the screen is black? Oh, give me a second. I know what happened. Give me a second. Pal. There we go. Now you can see. Okay, so now I have 3 bases. This is my second base, that is the processing base. I process my bars here and my food. I have some miners, but I'm moving my mining to my third base that I will show you this time for real. Here I have my production lines. I needed those nails. I'm gonna do this, that. Okay, so this is my, let's say, raw resources base. No, this is my processing base, not raw resources. This is my second base that right now is on a transition period. I'm trying to move it away from mining too, and I just want to keep agriculture here and have a breeding farm. So, and this is also my good cutting base. Here is where I get all of my good. On the other base I get a lot of good too, but this is the main good cutting base. And it's not only PAL, I have humans too, you see? And my pals are happy. You see, in good condition. They are all in good condition. And this is base 3. This is the best base. It's still in development, but this is by far the best because it's the most organized. You have some what now? I have humans working for me too. So this is the mining base. You can see the production, it's pretty good. It has agriculture here too. The food production is very good. My pals are eating well. You can see they even have luxury bathhouses. Did I hear that correctly? What? I have humans. I have humans working for me. That? What did I say? What did you hear, guys? You're scaring me. What did I say? Oh no. Is this the beginning of the end for Sherlock? Ah, breeding base. Ah, yeah. I have a breeding ranch to make more pals. That you mean? Yes, here. No, Sherlock is a criminal in Pal World? That's not true. I'm the best Pal owner in the whole Pal World. You see, here I have a breeding ranch, so they can make eggs. Eggs, without the S, guys, eggs. And here is my eggs. I'm lacking fire in this phase. Why am I lacking fire? Oh, because I had a food crisis, so I had to remove one. You, go back. Go back to firing things and processing my materials. I was audio only. I had to double check. Miners and not minors. Yeah, miners. They mine. They collect ores. I put this base close to a boss spawn because that way I can kill it every time I need ancient technology parts. And this boss also drops freaking electric organs, which is good because I need it for my circuit stuff. And because it's fairly low level, I can just throw my whale. We need more of this in the chat, guys. More whales. Go, whale. Attack. And look at the power of my whale. Damn, that's a good whale. Wait, actually this is stronger. And there we go. So now we can collect the loot. We got 5 ancient civilization parts, 3 precious pelt, which sells very well, and electric organs. So we climb now. I also got not only got the grappling hook, I got the Giga grappling hook, which is very nice. I also expanded my shields, got a refined pickaxe. I have guns now, so I can shoot my enemies to death. You see? Pretty good, pretty good. And I have here a farm with animals, so they can produce milk, eggs, and wool. And there is one of those that also poops money. There we go. We can collect the poop money. And here we are going to make some of this. Some of this. I'm saving right now so I can make... Where it is? Where it is? Where is that thing? Oh, I can make that now. Ooh. I want to make these boots, but I need that night star sand that is pretty hard to find. And I need technology points so I can learn this. And I want to learn this one too because onions will be good. So now we go back to this base so we can see, because I was working on something here but I don't remember what anymore. I needed to build something. I don't remember what. Oh, this one. So I needed cement and flame organs, which are in the processing base, which is here. So we fast travel again. There we go. I'm thinking about making a Pal World server so we can play together, guys. I'm sure it's gonna be not a disaster. I'm pretty sure. Right, guys? It's not going to be a disaster. I know I can trust you guys. You were very well behaved when I did the community event. I'm very proud of you guys. Where are my flame organs though? I had so many of them. Now I cannot find them. What the F? Where are my flame organs? Wait a second, do I even have flame organs? I have 125. Where are they though? Where in the F are the organs? There we go. So what else do we need? Okay. Porwis is still on top while sleeping. True. But yeah, I want to start a PAL World server. The only issue is that if I host it, I will have to be online. I will have to be online all the time, and I cannot afford hosting, like paid hosting. But there has to be a solution. Actually, I'm gonna build a furnace here. I'm gonna put it right here. Yes. Well, that's because I wasn't part of the event. Oh. Nah, I trust Yesod to be a good behaving chat member. You helped me a lot to get the badges done, to get the streamer vote going, the emotes. I don't think you'd do anything stupid that could put the channel on jeopardy, so... I know you had been another well-behaved community member. Unless you hate me now and you're secretly planning to destroy me. There we go. Okay, perfect. So if I wanted to have a fire Pokemon, I mean PAL, I would need another bed. For that I need high quality cloth. Aha. Look at this. They even have a luxury bath here. And I can watch them from up here. The building in this game is a little bit iffy, not gonna lie, my friends, not gonna lie. But it works well enough. Okay, earlier today I couldn't put this because it said not enough support, and now it works for a reason. Fantastic, just fantastic. And you see, not enough support, but these are literally flying and they have enough support. Perfect. So here, yes, exactly. So here I'm gonna do this. Yes. Here is where I'm gonna have my space away from my pals. They can be a little stinky. Why cannot put a roof there? There we go. You see, it's a little wonky. Come on, get in the middle. What a freaking wonky building system. Also, I dislike that I cannot just unbuild things. You have to be freaking kidding me. Why? Oh, come on. You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna do it like this. I needed to add those anyways. It is just annoyed me that I couldn't put the middle first. That's all. But it's fine, I think. Now I can build a door here. I want some windows. Some very nice windows. Okay. I just realized I'm getting distracted by the game. Guys, it's been 2 hours. And my family is getting impatient. So, to summarize and end the stream. DNA undercooked, right now it's boring and it has too many flaws to count. Yesod, very hard, very fun, but too many one-shots. But I still think it's a very good fight. And with that said, guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did. Streams will start at 5 PM for me from now on. And I may see you on Friday, and if I do, I will play Bioshock for the Halloween stream. With that said, see you next time. Bye bye!